Hey honey, just wanted to create this little stretch video since you'd asked for it. Let me know what you think. I love you. Alright. Come seated, come to a seat in a comfortable space for you. And just either start by having your hands placed on your knees. If you need more of a grounding practice or a grounding stretch, and if you'd like to have a more open practice, keep your palms face up on your knees. Go ahead and shut your eyes down. We're just going to start by taking 10 deep breaths together. So go ahead and get started in your space and try and clear your mind of everything that's been happening today, that will happen later today. This is a space for you to carve out time so that you can stretch and let go. Take a deep breath in. We'll start with our first breath. On your 10th breath, go ahead and flutter the eyes open. Take your hands down by your sides, pressing your bottom into the mat or into the space that you're sitting in. Hands and fingers tented. Feeling the ground beneath you. Take a deep breath in and raise your arms up and overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms, bringing your shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms back up and overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, arms up and overhead, look up. Exhale, cactus your arms one last time. Feeling the energy flowing throughout your arms and your fingers. Really feeling that opening in your chest. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, rain your fingertips down. Go ahead and walk out your right fingertips. Inhale your left arm up and overhead. Bending into your right elbow if you wish. Making sure to keep your left sits bones grounded towards the floor. Some people have a tendency to lift on the hip and the glute. Make sure you keep it grounded. Your left arm should be over your head if that feels good for you, but also your chest should be spiraling towards the ceiling. Inhale your right arm up to meet your left. Exhale, plant your left hand, walk your left fingertips out, and take that stretch on the left side. Feeling your right side ribs. Get a nice stretch. Again, opening your chest up towards the ceiling if you can, or at least towards the front of the room. Right hip and glute down to the mat. Inhale your left arm up and overhead. Exhale, rain your fingertips down. Take your right hand to your left knee. Straighten up. You want to make sure your spine is in a straight line and your crown is over your hips. Take your left fingertips and swim them behind you, keeping your left hand as close to your back as you can. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Take it as far as you'd like to go today. You can have a gentle twist, or you can really try to go as deep as feels good in your body. On the inhale, go ahead and exhale, come back to the front. Inhale, take your left hand to your right knee. Straighten up. Take your right fingertips and swing them around behind your back, taking your right fingertips as close to your back as possible. Lengthen again on the inhale. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale and exhale, face the front. Inhale, take your arms up and overhead. Exhale, start to come forward, but make sure you don't round your back. Try to get as much length as you can and just place your fingertips out in front of you. Kind of gently move your hips left and right, feeling if there's any extra space that you can get before placing your fingertips and hands flat on the mat or the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, now you can round and take your chin to your chest. Sometimes even the subtlest shifts back and forth can feel very nice in your hips. Otherwise, take stillness if that's what you prefer. Go ahead and inhale and walk your fingertips slowly up towards your body. Take another inhale and start to roll your shoulders up and around. Go ahead and reverse your shoulder blades the way you're making your circles. All right, go ahead and take your right fingertips out, tenting your fingertips like we did before, and go ahead and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. If this is too much, you can back off of your fingertips and just have your right hand resting on your knee. Otherwise, if you walk your hand out just a little bit, you'll feel an extra stretch in the right side of your neck. Walk your right fingertips back up to meet your knee. Straighten your head up slowly. Walk your left fingertips out. Drop your right head slowly to meet your right shoulder. Again, option to have your fingertips walked out, or you can take your right hand to your left hand to your left knee. Feeling a gentle pulling in the left side of your neck. walk your left fingertips back up to meet your knee. Straighten your head up slowly and just start to make some gentle neck circles. Slow is really the key here to make sure that we're checking into all the spaces as we round forward and back. If there feels like there's any space that's a little sticky or doesn't feel quite right, feel free to stop and linger in that space. Go ahead and reverse the circle when you're ready. And then gently bring your head back up to center. We're gonna go ahead and come forward into tabletop. So I'm gonna turn on my mat so you can see what I'm doing here. But you'll just come with your hands resting underneath your shoulders and your knees resting underneath your hips. Just gently move your hips back side to side. You can even take some circles with the hips. As long as no one's watching you, or if they are watching you, it feels good, just do it. All right, settle into stillness within your body. Go ahead and on the inhale, raise your back up into a Halloween cat position. Pressing into your palms and your fingertips. Then exhale, drop your belly, cow pose. Look up, just gentle. Inhale, raise your shoulders and back up into cat pose. Exhale, drop your belly. Inhale, back to cat pose. Exhale, drop your belly. One more time, inhale, cat pose. Exhale, drop your belly. We're gonna go ahead and come into neutral. So you're not dropping your belly down, you're not raising it up, you just have a neutral spine here, flat back. Inhale, take that right arm up and overhead. Exhale, take the right hand through your left, the space between your left shoulder and your elbow. And either walk your hands out and tense your fingers if that feels good, or you can keep your left hand placed beside you. If you have your left hand walked out, go ahead and walk it back up to your shoulder. On the inhale, take your right arm up and overhead. Exhale, drop your right hand back underneath your right shoulder. So we're going to do this again on the left-hand side. So inhale, take your left arm up and overhead. Exhale, drop your left hand, walk your right fingertips out. Walk your right fingertips back up to your shoulder. Inhale, take your left arm up and overhead. Exhale, drop it down underneath your shoulder blades. Go ahead and walk your fingertips out, keeping your hips high. Lower your chest to puppy pose, either your chin to the mat or your forehead to the mat. ahead and walk your hands back underneath you. Actually, let's keep them stretched out just a little bit on the inhale. Peel your, go ahead and take your feet and your toes and dig them into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, slowly pull your hips high up and back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal your feet out left and right, taking one heel down to the mat and then the other. Inhale, come to stillness. Exhale, go ahead and walk your feet up to meet your hands for forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat should be back, or back should be flat, facing down on the mat. Head facing down on the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Arms up and overhead. Exhale, mountain pose, hands down to your heart. We're going to take it back down to the mat. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take your hands back to plank. Lower your knees. Sit it back to child's pose. You can either have a wide-legged child's pose or keep your knees together. Go ahead and raise up. Swing your hips out from one side or the other, or feet out from one side or the other. And then go ahead and just scooch to about the middle of your mat or the floor. Take your arms out in front of you and slowly use your core to roll all the way down. When you get to the floor, just go ahead and take your knees into your chest. Moving your hips and your legs back and forth gently. Go ahead and extend your left leg out. Take your right knee into your chest and then out just an inch or two to your right. Feeling a pinch in your hip flexor. Go ahead and roll your ankle out. Roll it the other direction. Take your left knee, or your right knee with your left hand. Go ahead and gently guide it over, extending your right arm out into a T, gently letting your right knee fall out to the left, getting a twist, looking over your right shoulder if that feels comfortable for you. Inhale your right knee back to center. Exhale, take it out long beside your left leg. Inhale your left leg up and in and out to the left just slightly. Feeling that pinch in your left hip flexor. inhale. Exhale, take your left or your right hand over to your left knee, guiding it over to the right, extending your left arm out to a T, looking over your left shoulder. Getting a nice twist on the other side. Inhale your left leg back up into your chest. Exhale, take it down beside your right leg. Inhale, both legs up, grabbing hold of your ankles, your feet, your toes for happy baby. And either taking a gentle rock from side to side or just settle into stillness. Go ahead and let go of your feet. Take your hands to your knees. And actually, let's take our hands to the back of our knees here and just go ahead and give a couple rock and rolls to the top of your mat. Hands to your knees. On the inhale, raise your arms up and overhead. Take your hands into prayer position. We're going to do one last stretch before we cool it down and say goodbye. So you're going to go ahead and take your left hand under your right. And if you can, you can wrap your arms. If you can't, that's okay. Just try to keep your arms as close together as possible. So take your hands, you want to make sure your hands and your shoulders are here, lifted versus sitting down. So arms like this is eagle arms. On the inhale, raise the whole shape up. Exhale, back down to center. Inhale, raise it up. Exhale, down to center. Inhale, raise it up one last time. Exhale, back down to center, and then let it go. Take a deep inhale. Bring your hands, arms out to wide wings. Exhale, bring your right arm under your left. Make sure you're lifted here and not sinking down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down to center. Inhale, arms up one last time. Exhale, take it out to one last wide arm stretch. Exhale, take your hands down to your knees one last time. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. We're going to end with 10 collective breaths together. Closing your practice, closing your stretch. Being so appreciative for the fact that you can take just 25 minutes out of your day to give yourself some love, give yourself some gentle stretches, calling for whatever your body needs through my guidance or through your own body's guidance. Deep breaths in and out. And the last inhale, take the deepest inhale you've taken all day. And then let it go through an open mouth, open sigh. Letting go of anything you've been holding inside. Thank you so much for listening and being with me in this space today. I hope you have the best rest of your day you can possibly have. Namaste.